Okay, so I think for this week I'm gonna do the same thing I did last week, which is I'm gonna play like a couple of like semi-competent to like okay games, and then have like a bunch of shitpost games, and or maybe some of the other like really quick ones that aren't very detailed, and then I'm gonna end it with Castlevania: Course of Mysteries, which is actually really good. It's super interesting. Um, at least for what it can do with an NES ROM especially. So I'm gonna start off with this. This is Old Pond Diving Frog and Water Sound. It's not exactly. Oop, hold on, forgot to move something. Okay. Um, it's not exactly like a Kaizo Mario thing, but it starts off pretty simple. It has a couple re-edits of tiles and things here and there, but really nothing too major. It's mostly just to fit the idea of that you're swimming in a pond somewhere. But there are definitely difficult areas to get through in this. Ooh. I'm also going to be using save states for a variety of these, just mainly just to show off the game more so than to just try to be like pro or whatever. Because let's face it, you're probably not going to play these games either. So oh, come on. Do you mind? Bloop, buddy. This is not going off very well. Let's see what I have under. What did I save state with? Okay. Oh, nice. I save stated right here, anyways. So. It has various trap areas like this where you have to swim against currents, not just up and down, but also like being pushed backwards as well. Yeah, and you have stages like this, and no, you cannot clip into the top. And these are stages that just like these would be incredibly difficult to get right, even with practice and stuff like that. It's really trying to exploit some of the worst of Mario's control systems. Yeah, and there's also stuff like that where there's the sinkholes that are just conveniently just like right below reach, so you have to essentially be swimming upwards at the right time. Or else you can just get swallowed whole. Can I hang out here? Yeah. Buddy. We both live here, alright? Actually, if I'm a frog and this is a pond, you are a jellyfish. Oh yeah, that's right, because you're, I think it's because you're outside of water, like you're outside of the pond, you can't jump as high. That can't be right, though. Okay, that's it. Yeah, oh yeah, because it looks like you're out of water. Oh. That's a glitch. Okay, I've just screwed up the game somehow. That's weird. I was able to cross this before last time without any problem. There we go. Good job. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so there's parts where they put those sinkholes below you, and it's really difficult to get. To get a good timing for a lot of them. But I mean, it's not impossible. I guess one thing that I notice about this is it's not terrible. It's not like, oh, this is super hard. It's like, okay, this is a nice little challenge. I guess I gotta wait till that goes up then, huh? Whoop. Oof. Scrolling effect on that doesn't look great. Black and white cheap though, pretty nice. This also just has a lot more effort it put into it than a lot of other Super Mario 1 hacks. Like last week when I did Alcatraz, which was just like incredibly well done, where they actually made completely whole new levels, and they didn't just do, you know, like there are definitely a lot of hacks where they changed like the first world, and they kind of stick with that. Or they change the first world, the warp in 4-2, and the last, maybe the last stage. Like the lazy ROM hack way out is just, you know, making it for a single. What's the word? Or essentially for just like somebody just like speedrunning it, or you know, doing the bare minimum to make the game technically, like, you know, different from the beginning to the end. Yeah, there we go. Maybe lure him out to this side or no? There we go. I just gotta be fast, that's all. Oh, that's right. Hmm. Hmm. No, I can't scan by it this time. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit cheap, but you know. Oh, what the hell? Okay, I got this. Oh, there we go. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what's up with those. Oh, I get it. They're, I feel like they're bloopers that look like. Oh, okay. Those are bloopers that are made to that are taking over Lakiitu's. Whew. Oh, I didn't even notice the timer. Hmm. So I assume that this game is relatively short. Oh, hey, Vader. Thank you for saying something. I wasn't sure if the chat wizard was working again. I keep having issues with it. But I think I figured it out. I have to, like, if I have a different, like, scene, like my, like, you know, I'll be right back scene doesn't have the chat widget in it, it just wipes everything out whenever I switch scenes. So I just have a chat widget hidden behind there, so it doesn't go away between while I'm switching. Oh. Oh, we're here. Oh no. Can I jump up on this thing? Okay. Oof. Oh my god, are you kidding me? So yeah, I don't have turbo down or anything. Is that because I'm supposed to be a tiny frog? I'm obviously, when I'm out in the real world, I'm not going to have a ton of mobility. So I need to do this right. I should be using save states for this. Okay, well, alright. There we go. So essentially when you walk forward a little bit, you just get just enough momentum to clear the stuff you need to. And there's also interesting parts where you're there we go. Where you can go in and out of the water. Yeah, you can just switch between the 1 2 worlds. So yeah, so that's Old Pond, Diving Frog, and Water Sound. It's, like I said, it's a very charming game. It's not too difficult. It's definitely a little bit challenging here and there, but it's kind of fun. Especially just given all the garbage Super Mario Brothers 1 ROM hacks that exist out there. Okay, so I'm going to switch to, let's see, to 723. I'm going to switch to Byte's Adventure. This is a Mega Man hack, and as you'll notice, there are different things, or blocks, paper, and snow, and some of them are similar to the Mega Man counterparts. These are sort of new levels, in the sense that, like, they're taking the same exact level, but they're maybe changing, like, where certain objects are or what certain elements look like. So they're technically new stages, but they really follow the same patterns as the original. It is kind of common with Nintendo hacks, just because it's so much to re-engineer everything that it's easier to swap things around. But anyways, so as you've noticed here, there is a character select for Samari. Yeah. Yeah. Can't believe I did that. So yeah, these, as you can see, like, these aren't very, like, in-depth levels, and they share a lot of the same mechanics and enemy spawns in the same exact frames that they would in the originals. But things are slightly different. It's at least more trying to more hit a theme rather than try to be like, a new Mega Man challenge, which is understandable. I mean, people are doing these things for fun. I assume, given that this thing was that this is Samari and the game's called Byte's Adventure, that it's like you play this little dude who's just trying to, you know, go through the internet. We're gonna do Cutman first. I'm sorry, blocks. You got me fizzy out of the. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's right. So like, here's all these little blocks, essentially, and a lot of the monsters that are super specific to specific levels tend to get. Oh, thank you. A lot of the monsters that are specific to specific to those levels, like, you know, like you really don't see those little floating heads. Well, you see them on Gutsman stage too, but you see them also on Cutsman. For a lot of people, that's the first time you run into them. So it sort of makes sense that they're little toy swords. I may be reading too much into this, and they were just. That's not the whole reason at all. They're like that. But yeah, like you can see the similar placements of just like, well, here's 3 different of those wall monitors placed around a certain area. Ooh, I need some health. There we go. Come on. Oh, no health. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's icons instead of letters for the robot masters, or for the powers, it seems. Good job in my quest for trying to find a health power-up. Oh, you're gonna do me like that? No, you don't. Oh yeah, I guess it makes sense that, like, you know, in the block toy world, that like Cutman would be like just some safety scissors. I realized because the map layout has changed, you can run faster than those little dudes will spawn. Or the little homing attack, skull caps. I wonder what the big giant springy pole guys are going to be. Maybe they've been removed from this from this game because nobody likes them. Yes. All right. Really like the colors in this stage. Yeah, it's very it's clearly very almost Castlevania. Ooh, interesting. Oh Jesus, forgot. I'm trying to remember like the Electman levels. Like what happens now? And it's like, oh god, no. Hey, Bog Witch. Oh no. Hey, thanks for the follow, Bogwitch. Hooray, now all the garbage that I've installed into OBS works. Ah. Yeah, there's surprisingly not too many clips of Whoopers from the anime and the TV show. I mean, there's some from the Johto episode, but like, there's not like clips of like most of its talking and other stuff like that outside of like the shorts, where that little GIF came from. One day I'll have to just go in and find torrent all these episodes and then, no. And, make all the sound clips myself. Oh, Jesus. I just looked at my health. It's been a pretty good level. Like, I'm surprised. Like, maybe just like the other levels, the first 3 levels that I played before were the ones I played first. And I thought it just seemed okay, but this is actually a really fun design. They've really taken this in a really neat direction. Which is one thing I always find is also super interesting, is that, like, you're kind of constrained to the same level layout, but at the same time you still make something that's still a little bit fresh and new in some ways. No! Well, the lightning bolts are still from Mega Man 1. That's no difference. Can I do that with this one, too? Yeah! I'm a pro gamer now. I can't be seen fighting bosses naturally. Oh, yeah. These are all, ROM hacks. So they're existing NES games that have been torn apart and messed around with, and are sometimes completely different games, sometimes mostly the same games. After I'm done beating this, essentially what I want to do is I want to get to Dr. Wily's stage, because a lot of hacks that I've come across, they'll mainly do like some or most of the stages up in a different, like, unique individual way. And then once they get to the Wily stages, it's literally just the same stuff. You can tell this hack was done by someone who really fucking hates this stage. Yep. This hack was done by someone who really hates Iceman's stage, and you know what? I can't blame them. It's like giving you all... It's just kind of like, you know, whenever someone, like, you're feeling mad and then someone, like, takes you aside and, like, gives you, like, you know, a nice hot bowl of soup and a comforting thing, and they hand you a little extra life, and it's just like... Oh, so that's what they look like. What the hell is that? It might be strong bad. I mean, I guess, again, the whole, like, the Bytes challenge, maybe. That's like strong bad if strong bad drew strong bad. Yeah. I used to be a no select pause purist up until like a couple weeks ago. Mostly just because I was just like, well, I played it the intended way for years, but now I'm just lazy. Ooh. This is really cute. I do like how simplistic this is. Oh, I see. The red tiles are the ones that fire the beams across. It's also interesting to see like what elements are reused essentially and how things are repurposed. When we get to the last game, when we get to Castlevania, it's so well put together. That like it's amazing that you play the first stage and you think that like, oh, this is just gonna be like, you know, you can see where they copied level 1 and so on and so forth, and then but then after that it goes off the rails. Sorry, I can't hear you. Where the heck are we? Fire. Oh no, ice, yeah. So yeah, they didn't even do the magnet beam anywhere. Oh, they entirely skipped all the other Dr. Wily stages. This is the last stage of the game. Speaking as, I haven't seen any. Okay, that still works the way it's supposed to. Well, this is. Yeah, this is either the last stage of the game or the stage before last. I'm pretty sure it's the last stage, just because of the style and layout and the fact that it begins with the things popping in from the ceiling and the floor. Let's take a moment to appreciate this. Let's probably put fire. Just look, it doesn't even look like Dr. Wily. It looks like some kind of like goblin from like a horror, like a B-movie horror film. All right. Yeah, so it just does a final stage. So that's nice. It doesn't make you play through 3 god-awful while these stages. But yeah, that was alright. The level design was interesting enough. It wasn't offensive. It was just really chill. It was just trying to be. It was really more showing off the art. I feel like more than anything, which was pretty good for a ROM hack. Okay, so now that we've played two competent and decent games, let's play some. Let's cycle through some of the quick ones. Depends how long. Yeah, this will be plenty of time to check out some other ones. So let's go through the quick one. There really isn't too much to this one, per se. It's got a lot of work put into it. I have a game already in progress. The sprite design is pretty good. They changed the fonts. Let's see, I haven't really gotten anything yet. So yeah, the blobs are these little people. Another thing that's kind of interesting is the backgrounds are a little bit lighter. I say the backgrounds are a little bit lighter, so you don't need the candle right as I just get like smack myself on the face with, you know, something in the dark. Yeah, the sprite job on Ash is pretty top notch. Some things. Yeah, I got you, little jerk. Yeah, I don't even think that much of the place names are changed. I at least want to get to the first palace so that way you can see the so you can sort of see some of the monster designs. We could probably check. We're in that town. I can't remember which building is his, but it's here. Yeah, a lot of the text, as far as I can tell, remains unchanged. Yeah, see, there he is. He's Jerry. So that answers the question. He's not Error. He's Jerry. Yeah, and see, like, the moblins are proper, like, skeleton deadites. Yeah, like they changed the name from Parappa to Baroni. I don't know how much that is. I was not, I obviously, like any other self-respecting nerd in the early 2000s, you had a weird obsession with Army of Darkness for like a week. So I don't know if that's actually a reference to anything specific. It was really weird, like, AMC would play Army of Darkness and Blues Brothers, like, 24 hours a day. And don't get me wrong, I love the Blues Brothers, it's my favorite movie. And Army of Darkness at the time was like, alright, but, like... I'm surely there could be other movies that are American classics. I'm not gonna bother going after the heart container. So yeah, they got the little skulls there. I'm just trying to just get through this, dungeon, and that's it. So yeah, so the little cheapo guys, they have like a little bony leg, and yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know why the skulls are little stars now, because, like, you would think skulls are then... Oh, hey, Dog IRL. We're playing Evil Dead. Yeah. I have no keys. Yeah, I guess that doesn't really matter too much. We don't really need the candle. I'm not really trying to speedrun it. I'm just going to defeat Palace 1, and then we're going to move on to the next game. I essentially just want to make sure that, like, I can never remember what I need to get there, so I figured let's grab 2 keys. We got plenty of life and magic to do this. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing, yeah, fairies are now these little, tinier versions in a dress. It really just also seems like it's a big recoloring of certain things. Because, like, some of the tiles are a lot simpler. And I sort of wonder if the intent was really more to just, try to make it at least visually consistently different than cancel. Yeah, I probably should take life. I keep forgetting that's like I'm just showing off this game. I'm not playing it. I need to stop thinking about strats. So as you can see, there is some customization to it, but not really enough to make it worth playing. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Oops. Oops. Sorry about that. So yeah, you've pretty much seen the majority of what was interesting about this one. Let's see. Here's a quick one. Here's a quick shitposty one. It sounds like Kiss Goes Golfing. The person who made this hack made 4 versions of this hack. Essentially picking for all 4 members of Kiss. That's it. That's the entirety of this, is that you're playing golf on NES, but with ace freely. Um, moving on. Let's see. Okay, this is actually a very competent one, only in the first stage. This is Mario is Dead. Basically, like, you know, I don't know why it says Luigi in quotes. Basically, we're not going to go past the first two stages because after that, it's very much guaranteed. Oh, hey, Danny. It's pretty much guaranteed that like all the other stages are unchanged after the first two, except for the warp area in 4-2, and the last stage, although lava is taken down below Bowser. Until you find at the end, surprise, Mario is a corpse. But the reason why I want to show this off is because at least the first level was really cool. It has a lot of really neat glitches that like I was able to figure out on my own that were really fun. So there's one like this where if you step on that, you will sink into the ground. It has little vines essentially in the middle of the. Not as cunning and interesting as not as cunning and interesting as the climbing vines in Alcatraz from last week. All right, we're gonna. So yeah, so there's that glitch with the mushroom, and there's this one coming up, which I definitely need to save state here because this is a weird one. I have to get hit by the bullet bill, and then I have to. There we go. So it uses like these little neat glitches. That's super fun. It's a shame, just because like the rest of the game beyond stage 1 is not changed at all, except for the 4-2 warp. It's just that, and the 4-2 warp is just a staircase of bullet bills. Yeah, it's sadly the rest of the game is not this cool. It's only just like it's only the first two stages. Oh, I didn't see that last time. I had to glitch through the wall last time. Yeah, I was so hyped playing this. Like, I was just like, oh my god, if this is just like kind of like casual glitch Mario that like my dumb ass could figure out, then like, but no, it's so much more disappointing. And you just get the end, and it's just like your quest is over, and you know Mario is dead. They kind of told you. Yeah. Well, I guess we have time. I'm not going through World 8. Fuck that. I spent 7 hours yesterday watching somebody not beat Super Mario Brothers, so like I'm kind of after this. I'm well good on seeing this game being played. Yeah, see, they expect you to just, you know, they expect you to just go to World 8 and that's it. I mean, I will say, the one thing I will say, I'm not going to go through World 8, but I will say that, like, the backgrounds, the background colors are different throughout the regular game, so, I mean, if you want to play Super Mario Bros. 1 through most of it with different colors, that's an option. Okay, let's see, before we get to, let's see, Castlevania is going to be half an hour, so I'm going to do, let's do Nintendo versus Capcom. Chat, I'm gonna wait a bit for stream to catch up to chat. Basically, who do y'all want to play as? We have Oni Link from Majora's Mask. We have Luigi with a gun. We have Mega Man, and we have Arthur from the Ghouls and Ghosts series. I'm also running cheats on this, so there's so we can burn through this a little faster. Chat doesn't. Oh. Yeah, it's all. They're all. Sorry,
I'm just saying, he looks like a cross between Mega Man and a football player.
Yeah, it's got kind of excess padding. I mean, the hitbox detection on this is terrible anyways. So, okay, we've got multiple votes for Gun Luigi. There are limitations, like for all of the characters. For all of the characters, when you jump, it's just the silhouette of the. It's just a green silhouette. But understandably, so much of this has changed. God, you don't even know the end of it. Like every single boss in this, every single enemy is like themed. They do all the cutscenes. Like, yeah, it's really well thought out. Even though it's just very glitchy because they're trying to do. Actually, I'm gonna check real quick. Let's see. See, that's weird. Hold on. I had... there we go. Hold on, I thought I had cheats turned on. Okay. I guess we'll find out. Wait, what? No, but I probably should have said... I should bring more Shrek into my stream. I was kind of zoned out for a second because, like, I don't know why the Game Genie cheats aren't, or weren't taking... Just because they just, like, it's so much easier just going through ROM hacks whenever you're just running through cheats the whole time. It's there's no fame or glory, and you're trying to just see, like, you know, Master Splinter dressed sprited as Mario. Well, for what it's worth, a lot of people do have Shrek on the brain. He is, you know, an icon of our time. Why are cheats not taking? So yeah, you see, like, they've modified April to be like Zelda. I've really got to see why this is not working. Oh, that's why. I've imported all these codes in, but for some weird reason, I have to specifically go in and specify that they are Game Genie codes. And not just raw memory value data. Okay. Still not taking them, I don't think. Because that's going to be a bit of a problem. No, Ganondorf took Zelda, of course. Okay, I'm going to sort this out one last time, and then I'm just going to give up and see just how far we get. Yeah, I don't know why it's constantly changing these things to... Oh, hey, Vexel. Thanks for following. Okay, Game Genie, validate, submit. Okay. No, codes are not working unless I enter them manually into Nestopia for some weird reason. No, I've not heard of Castlevania. I'm not sure if I'm going to do ROM hacks again next week just because, like, I had to sift through a lot of garbage. And some of which I can't show now that Twitch has updated their guidelines. because I was gonna show a Yoshi's Cookie remake called Hash Cookie, just because, like, I mean, it's nothing special. It's just, you know, it's just all the cookies are like 420 and pot leaves and stuff. But it's really more that just like the animation or the redrawing of Mario as this just kind of like completely fucking stoned out of his fucking mind hippie is just great. Let's see. Oop. Oh, no, not yet. I'm saving that for last because I played through it yesterday and I honestly really enjoyed it. I thought it was really interesting and really impressive, especially for what they managed to do and change to the NES hack. So instead of pizza, it's pizza colored of the life water. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is in here. Baxter in his egg form is Dr. Wily. Yeah, there's Noid cameo. And Baxter in bug form is Base. Frankenstein from Castlevania is also in this as a boss. Trying to remember what the boss to this one is. I think if we go into the sewer, then yeah, it's just that. It's just Dr. Wily and his little egg ship. And yeah, as you can, when we get to essentially the blue ones that shoot shurikens, they shoot out the Zelda 2 knives. Oh yeah, this is the other boss. Okay, I think we'll stop shortly after this. So I do want to show off like one or two other quickies before I go to Castlevania. It's fucking Triclide. And there's some like the I think was it the ninjas and the sort of the Japanese house style stage, or the giant or the little ninja guys from Mario 2. There's a couple of really interesting sprite choices here, but it's just ridiculous. But it's consistent. It's all the way through. Like every enemy has a almost a custom sprite, except for the snowmen don't have anything specific. And some things like the giant car, because what are you going to do with a giant car with spikes? Oh, that's right. Wart is he's the guy who has the gun outside before you fight Krang. It's Wart in a trench coat firing bullet bills. It's pretty great. Okay. Let's see. What haven't we played? Okay, we'll just do a cool tune. We'll do some cool tunes before we get to the final act. And by cool tunes, I mean it's just pretty much Just this song. It's just one stage. There's also a lot of hacks really try to emulate the Super Mario 2 or 3 styles with it. Yeah, this is 8-bit Sandstorm. That's it. God. It sure was an era of time. I am tired too. So let's get on to the main event. This is really awesome. As I've mentioned earlier, we're just going to be using save states just to get to the end of the game a little bit faster. So yeah, this is a very decent graphical update too. I mean, I would say a graphical like difference. Not necessarily update. It's just definitely a different style. But as you'll see, it updates a lot of the monster sprites with their Symphony of the Night, Rondo of Blood counterparts. And it does kind of trick you a little bit because you see the first stage and you think to yourself like, okay, well this is just clearly modeled after the first stage, and then it just completely changes after from there. Oh, they don't die. This is supposed to be Olrox's castle from Symphony. Another interesting part about this is that there's also the herb weapon. This hack actually has the herb from Castlevania Chronicles and some other Castlevania games. It's only really in one spot though, and I haven't used it because I just, cheese my way to... cheese my way with, like, whatever I can do to triple cross. Although they do give you a lot of power-ups fairly frequently. Like, they are keeping in mind the difficulty level of this. Yeah, and it's also very deceptive, just because at first you're not really, like... I love this, being in water. It's pretty rad. Ugh, I forgot to pick up the axe. Oh yeah, you don't. Yeah, like wait till we get to the later stages. They changed so much in this. They swapped around bosses. They swapped around what bosses like look like. In addition to just. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna take that just because I need to get. Yep. I want to get the axe. Yeah, using the good old fonts, updated Castlevania fonts. And there you go. There's like the weeds from Symphony and Rondo. And so, yeah, enemies not only just look differently, but they also behave differently, and they've sort of like combined, kind of combined how like certain enemies have like have to be struck multiple times and like or have hit points essentially, like giving ghosts having hit ghosts twice is a huge pain among other things. There's another change is like those the little dragon heads that spit out fireballs, so sometimes shoot them in alternate orders, like they'll shoot from the top and then the bottom, just to throw you off. Do we want the holy water? Yeah, sure. They're really generous with giving you 2x and 3x power-ups in this, at least from my experience. Oh, it's the herb. Didn't want to grab that, but here we are. If this is the boss I'm thinking that's coming up, this is gonna really suck without a kind of without the cross. Oh god, this part. There we go. There it was. Yeah, some bosses I can tell, like, oh, okay, they just pulled this boss and they gave them a reskin with this and this and this. And there's some bosses in this game where I'm just like, I can't tell, like, there has to be a lot of original work done on this because I can't tell what boss they originally copied it from. So it could just be original stuff. I can also get 2x power-ups pretty easily. Okay, yeah, so there's this weird thing. No! Oop. Alright. So yeah, as you can see, it functions kind of like the Reaper, but not quite. Or Death, whatever you wish to call him. Oh. Yep, I'm gonna pull out that save state because I am not giving up. Okay, it just didn't spawn. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Like it's just it's Reaper if it was more easily like trackable and a lot of crosses drop in this. Uh-oh, I'm not doing good, health-wise. There isn't like something like a little... no meats? See, it's just shit like that. Nope. Oh! Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. As you can notice, here's a big change from the original Castlevania. You can walk backwards. Yeah. Ugh. Get my butt handed to me. So hey, as you might recognize this little guy from Symphony and all the other various... Ooh. Yeah, instead of the mer people, you have these little sirens. So it's a neat little change of pace. Okay, oops. Alright, that's where I set my save state. Need to save early, save often. Oh god, these things. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, thank you, Emma. A dog IRL says, bless you. Sorry, I'm smacking the.
Thank you very much.
Not even just not paying attention that I have a microphone in front of my face. Okay. Sorry if that caused any undue spiking. It's just there's so many of them. That's the problem. I was just, oh god, I'm already at the boss. Oh, I can take that. I can probably try taking this guy out. So yeah, as you can see, that's the other one other paired boss from Symphony. Oh, come on. Yeah, we can do this. Ah. Yeah, I think I just got to keep 2 out at a time. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if Malachi / Cthulhu are in this one. I don't remember seeing them offhand. Oh, this is, yeah, this is the... I didn't even pay attention. This is the music here. This is Auroch's castle from Symphony of the Night. God. Killing me. Literally. Yeah, like those are very clearly the pirates from Soten are very clearly the axe throwers from 1. There's some monsters have like new updated like sort of like hit points and other armor and other things like that. Some of them don't. Some of them are just straight up reskins of other monsters, which is fine. I know there are health pickups in this stage, so I don't mind save stating and eking my way by that way. I could probably do that one a little better. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't. You can't hit them at regular level. I forget, where do I go? What's this? Yeah, this is the death. Oh no, this is the Aurochs fight. Yeah. No, I completely missed. Okay, I need to figure out how to dodge him. I'm gonna see about, yeah, going through this on a regular, or not, because if they're not gonna, like, that's barely annoying placement. Okay, yeah, I can probably take out the... Oh, he just screen clips? Very nice. Okay, yeah, I got this. Okay. What I need to do here is not stop swinging, stop attacking wildly. There we go. Need to get this timing down. Oh god, there we go. Cool, we should be getting done right on time too. And it's like, it's got okay music. It doesn't do anything offensive. It's a really nice it's a really nice take of essentially what you can do with ROMs and stuff like that. Yep. Ah, oh. Not sure if there's any meat in this level. Nope. Oh, ah. That's cruel. Little secret back there. And just like, yeah, like this yeah, the artwork in here is just really, really cool. Good stuff. Anyways, here's Death. Oh. Oh. Hooray! We did it. Also, the name they chose for this Belmont was really bad. Gasp. Okay. Let me see. So, yeah, Armand is just... Sure. Fine. Yeah, thanks Bitblade and Googie and Mr. P. Dan. So yeah, that's all I got this week. Is this oh, this is like, yeah, like a little second quest. So cool. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're gonna do next week. If I might look to try to find maybe some more interesting hacks that are sort of stream worthy. If not, I'll probably try to find something new. So yeah, so I'm kind of done for the night. Let me see who's doing what. I can just raid someone else. I think Learn to Run